All right, so I know the NBA season is a marathon, not a sprint, and I don't want to overreact to the underreaction, but I am curious how long before we start taking these teams seriously? Like, how long do the Rockets have to be better than, say, the Timberwolves for us to really believe the Rockets are better than the Timberwolves? Or how long before we actually kind of believe in the Clippers, right? And who knows what's going on with the Kawhi situation. If Kawhi is coming back, I kind of feel like we all just dismiss that as a possibility. But who knows, Kawhi might come back and they're in pole position to make a run. Like, how long do we keep dismissing these teams? One that really makes no sense is the Grizzlies. Why is no one even talking about the Grizzlies? In my opinion, they look like a team that could beat anybody in a series. They look like the perfect rival for OKC, with the big threes, assuming Chet comes back, of, Chet, J-Dub, Shea versus Jaren, Bane, and Ja. That's a crazy matchup to have. And the thing about it is these teams below, obviously we're about to hit trade season. December 15th is about to come up. But these teams don't look like they're going to be making a push. Like, maybe they'll win some games, but their flaws look fatal. Like, I don't see people saving these teams below them. Besides Jokic being otherworldly for a series, which is always a possibility, I don't see the reinforcements coming. I don't see the move out there that's going to make the Lakers a true contender. Maybe it's out there, I don't really see it. Getting Zach LaVine, maybe. Even that is a maybe. The Nuggets have 0 3-point shooting and 0 shot creation out of Jokic and Murray. Where are they getting that? They can't really make any big trades. The Warriors, I think they're a 5 seed right now, so they're not as low as like the Nuggets or the Lakers, but at the same time, we're hearing like they want to go get Dennis Schroeder. Okay. I think he would help a lot actually, but like, okay. I don't see that changing their fortunes. Cam Johnson, okay, that would help a lot, but like, I don't see that putting them ahead of these other teams right now. Again though, the thing about these teams is you get them in the playoffs for a 7-game series, and can Steph Curry outplay Shea for a series? Yeah, he can. Can LeBron outplay Shea for a series? Yes, he can. Can AD outplay Shea for a series? Yes, he can. Can Jokic? Absolutely, right? So I'm not saying those guys are better than Shea at this point in their careers, but in a 7-game series, they can be. Thing is, we gotta get there. And the other crazy part about it is, speaking of these trades that these teams could potentially make, the teams above them have more assets to actually give. Now, we know if OKC really wanted to go get someone, they have more assets than anybody ever in the history of sports ever, right? So luckily for the rest of the NBA, it doesn't appear they're gonna make any big type of move. But if they wanted to, say if they wanted Jimmy Butler, right, and the Warriors want Jimmy Butler, OKC would get Jimmy Butler, but apparently they don't want Jimmy Butler, because why would they want Jimmy Butler? But even the Grizzlies, right? I think Cam Johnson, I think that is the best possible fit for Cam Johnson to go to a contender, have an impact, not have to do too much, not have to do too little, right? He would slide into that role perfectly. If the Warriors want Cam Johnson, the Lakers want Cam Johnson, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Grizzlies actually have the most tradable picks right now. So if they wanted to package 4 first-round picks for Cam Johnson, they could. The Warriors, I believe, could only give 3. The Lakers, I believe, could only give 3. Now, the Lakers do have Austin Reeves. If the Nets were interested in that, the Warriors do have a Kuminga. But in theory, if the Nets wanted picks, the Grizzlies could outbid the Lakers and the Warriors for a Cam Johnson. And to me, it also makes more sense for these teams above to be making these moves, right? Because to me, Cam Johnson on the Grizzlies puts them right there with OKC. And I'm not the biggest Cam Johnson guy, but that fit with the Grizzlies, perfect fit, puts them right there with OKC, in my opinion. The Lakers get Cam Johnson, might still be a playing team. Now, the Jimmy Butler one is a little bit more interesting, right? Because you put Jimmy Butler next to Steph and Draymond, or Jimmy Butler next to LeBron and AD. Maybe that's a bigger difference than Jimmy Butler going to Houston to be the #1 option. I don't think that's a smart plan for Houston. Hopefully that's just a one-sided thing and Jimmy Butler wants to go to Houston. I believe he's from Houston. So maybe that's just all Jimmy Butler's side, but that wouldn't make much sense for me. But again, if they wanted Jimmy Butler, they could easily outbid the Lakers and the Warriors for Jimmy Butler. And then on the Nuggets side, like, who could they possibly go get? And in a recent video, I said they should go get Alec Burks, because they can't get any big name players. And Alec Burks does address a couple of their needs as far as on-ball shot creation, 3-point shooting. But think about how low on the totem pole I'm saying to go get Alec Burks. I don't know who else the Nuggets would go get. I did include them in the Jimmy Butler video because the salary of Michael Porter Jr. and Zeke Naji and Dario Saric could get you to Jimmy Butler. But are they going to double down on absolutely no shooting? Probably not. But if they wanted to make that happen, they could. Thing is, again, if the Rockets want Jimmy Butler, they can outbid all these teams. If the Grizzlies want Cam Johnson, as far as picks, they could outbid all these teams. Now, if the Nets are infatuated with Kuminga, then no, they can't. They probably can't outbid the Warriors. But I don't know. I'm just intrigued by where the NBA is right now. We're a quarter of the way through the year. Most teams have played 25 games, if not more. And no one's really talking about the current state of the Western Conference, where the Rockets are just better than Minnesota. And there's not a lot on paper besides Anthony Edwards, of course, that would make you think that's going to change. The Grizzlies are better than the Nuggets. There's not a lot on paper that would make you think that's going to change. Then you got the Warriors in the free fall right now, probably about to make a panic trade that they probably could have made a couple years ago. You got the Lakers in the free fall, probably going to make a trade they could have made a couple years ago. What's up with the Sacramento Kings? How are they feeling? Do they feel like they made a big mistake bringing in DeMar DeRozan, extending Malik Monk, extending Sabonis? Like, how do they feel right now? Are they a trade candidate? What would they even do? Why can't Phoenix win a game without Kevin Durant? He's supposed to be back very soon, but that does not inspire confidence. What about the Spurs? They look like a rising team. No reason to believe they won't keep getting better. And then you got the Portland Trail Blazers out of it. Then you got the Utah Jazz out of it. And then you got my Pelicans completely out of it. But we're still intriguing because where's Brandon Ingram going? Where's CJ McCollum going? There's rumors that Herb Jones might be available in the trade. I would be more surprised if they traded Herb than Zion. Herb's not going anywhere. He's too good, he's too important, and his contract is too good to just give up on Herb Jones. I'm not saying they would never trade him, but it's not going to be right now. It's not going to be right now. But I've been rambling the last 2 minutes. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this Western Conference that seems completely turned upside down and no one's even talking about it. Do you believe in the Rockets? Do you believe in a team like the Rockets, who just sent the Warriors packing from the in-season tournament? Ridiculous game. The Warriors doing Warrior things. Ridiculous. I want to give the Rockets a lot of credit, but the Warriors absolutely did Warriors things. But do you believe in a team like the Rockets? Do you think the Grizzlies are this good? Do you still have faith in a team like Minnesota bouncing back? Do you still believe in Jokic, being the best player in the world? Could he just go on a run by himself, really? Phoenix, San Antonio, Sacramento, like so much up in the air with this conference right now. Let me know what you think about all that in the comments down below. Let me know what trades you think these teams should be making. And I will be in the comments. Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please drop a like, please comment, please subscribe. I'm out. Peace.